All right, guys, in today's video, we're getting right to the point. Best Pokemon cards to buy in this market if you want to make money. Before we jump in, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Seeing that growth tells me you like these types of videos, and then I make more of them. If you want to buy directly on my website, sealed products, PokeKingShop.com. Second link is my eBay store. Check it out. Got a bunch of awesome singles for sale. This is our Japanese store category. We also have, if you go over here, we got sealed products. We got all single cards, which features English cards, etc., etc. A ton of cool stuff. Let me show you guys the English catalog. Got English cards as well, e-readers, ton of awesome cards. Take a look at our store. And even if you don't want to buy anything from our shop, anything on eBay, hitting that link helps support the channel for all of the free game and free information we are providing. One of the biggest opportunities right now, Phantasmal Flames, Mega Lopunny, near mint, $18. Are you kidding me? You are spending more money on 2 booster packs than you are for getting a top-rated special illustration rare. Mind you, this is one of the top SIRs in the set. Like, I know everybody wants a Charizard, but guys, remove the Charizard out of the set. You have Sharpedo, you got Rotom, you got Lopunny. The fact that this is under $20 is just crazy to me. I think with how expensive the sealed product is, the floor price on a SIR out of Phantasmal should be like 40, 50 bucks. So instant growth. Make sure you have this in your collection. Ice Cube Obsidian Flames, not the biggest fan of the artwork, but again, near mint SIR from a Charizard set, $8. You can't go wrong. This will be a $20 card. Just give it time, okay? Another excellent pick if you have, slightly lower budget. I think there are better opportunities if you have more capital, but for those who are just looking for like cheap cards, like, hey, what's something that I could buy that I could enjoy and it's going to go up in price? Like, buy this penguin with a little candle thing on his head. Great buy. Big opportunity right here, you guys. Journey Together Salamence. I mean, when I look at this card, I see this card, you guys, $300 card. That just based off the artwork alone, it's Salamence, super sick Pokemon, breathing fire. Journey Together is a very good set, but I don't think a lot of you guys are ready for that discussion. You have Whale Lord illustration there. You have Articuno. You have the Clefairy, which is honestly a great chaser, but everybody's so focused on just, hey, what's the most expensive thing, that they forget to buy cards that are actually sick. Like this Salamence, awesome artwork. Now, is it going to go to $300 tomorrow? No, but give it 12 to 18 months, you will see that this will be at least a $150 to $200 card, because again, as the sets go out of rotation, there's not as much supply. That is the only, I guess, factor that could bring the prices down. So if you don't have extra Salamence Near Mint copies hitting the market, but the demand stays constant, the prices are bound to go up. Just give it time. That's all you got to do in this Pokemon market. But again, not a conversation I think you guys are prepared to hear. Let's shift over. This video is very to the point. If you want deep analysis, check out some of my other videos. I'm trying to make this one just jam-packed with information. Paradox Rift, for those who don't know, this was a set that was rejected. I loved it because it featured some of my favorite Pokemon. Loved the Garchomp that was included as an SIR. The illustration rares of Steelix, Groudon, very well constructed set, but another example that was rejected in the market because overall the Pokemon market rejected the Scarlet Violet block in the beginning. The first half of Scarlet Violet was trash. Nobody wanted it. Wholesalers were begging you to take it. I remember end of the year, December 2024, I had a sales rep call me, ask, hey, will you take 1,000 boxes? We'll cut you a deal. I don't remember exactly the price, but it was going to be like $90,000. They're like, please, will you spend the 100 grand with us? I was like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to put 100K because this was locked up capital, which at the time I was using for other stuff. I still bought a lot. I didn't buy 1,000 boxes, but I did build a position because it was such an obvious buy. When you're in this market for as long as I have been in it, I just see through a different lens. And the only way that you could gain that kind of knowledge is just through experience and being active in the hobby. So Tapu Koko, another really good retro vibe, not the most popular Pokemon, but a really vibrant artwork that again, it just stands out. Not something we get frequently. Strong buy. Mega Starmie, ooh, another excellent pick. I mean, this is Patrick the Star on a Pokemon card. SIR, top tier chaser out of Perfect Order. Perfect Order is currently crashing because effectively what happened is distributors held out, or I don't know if it was distributors or the Pokemon Company, but the higher ups did not ship out Wave 2 of Perfect Order until after Pitch Black release. So what does that mean? That means that we had the entire block of Chaos Rising before we even got full pre-order allocation for Perfect Order. It didn't come out until Pitch Black release. So there was a massive delay. And this was basically product that most stores, shops, like everybody just kind of forgot about it, because it was just like, hey, it's not here this week. It's probably not going to be here next week. And just weeks went by, right? Finally, when it did arrive, everyone's like, oh shoot, I have this massive invoice to pay. I forgot all about this. And it came at the time of Pitch Black where people already had, like, shops had to have money reserved to pay for Pitch Black stuff. So everybody's just dumping it now. What you're finding is booster boxes are sub 200, but this near mint copy, same thing. I mean, this is a top tier card. It never opened out the gate very expensive. Let me begin by saying it was never even a $100 card. It looks like the peak was right around $86. But right now we're at the point where it's below 50. Again, any SIR, it shouldn't be $50. It's just, these are not easy cards to pull. If you open, even at low pricing right now, Perfect Order box at 200 is a steal. If you rip a $200 booster box of Perfect Order and you hit one Megastarmie SIR, like, that's considered a good hit. Like, that's a great box, if you get an SIR, especially of one of the better Pokemon to hit. So this to me is a very obvious pick. I think it will definitely rebound to that $8,500 price point. You just have to, wait for a few sets, wait for the supply to decrease, because right now a lot of people who are just dumping the boxes, a lot of people are ripping it because Perfect Order is very good value to rip. You have other boxes like Destined, which is $500-$600. You have Phantasmal Flames, which is $500. Why would I rip one Phantasmal Flames box for a chance to hit the Charizard when I just like the thrill of opening packs? Give me 3 Perfect Order boxes. You know what I mean? And with that kind of mentality, people are ripping the packs because they're so cheap. You're able to get Perfect Order packs for $5-$6 now. And what that's causing is for there to be an increase in supply of cards. And that is why everybody's dumping them. But these are the moments where you should be buying because supply is at its highest. When supply is at its highest, that is when you buy. Demand is super important to look at, but supply also kind of signals like when prices will drop, when prices will increase, et cetera, et cetera. Really good buy, needless to say. Let's go back to 2023, 151 specialty set. A lot of people are getting priced out of a lot of the SIRs, whether it be Charizard, Blastoise, Zapdos, etc. Look elsewhere. Go for the Hyper Rare. Go for the Gold Mew. Excellent card. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was dumping the gold UPC copies and even the regular gold cards that you could get out of the packs. I stopped doing that because I thought to myself, I was like, hang on, I sold like a CGC 9 for like, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks, something like that. Like, there's so many cards on my eBay store that are just mispriced. Like, if I click on my profile picture here, if you go under any of these categories, especially graded cards, this is a hack right now. If you shop graded cards or even single cards, even sealed product, I'm going to be honest, a lot of my eBay store is just outdated pricing. So what that means is, like, product is moving. Like, if we go, I'll do it live on the video here. Let's go graded cards. Like, a lot of these cards, CGC cards, are just outdated in pricing because the market's moving. And in the current bull market that we're in, prices are going up. And a lot of people are just buying these older listings that have been sitting for a few months and they're scooping it up. I think just an hour ago, somebody bought a illustration rare War Turtle in a CGC 9 from my shop for like $30. And I saw the raw copies are going for 30. Whereas here you're paying for grading. You have to wait 6 months for it to come back, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there's a lot of good deals. So definitely, second link in the description, click that, go buy some stuff from my shop. But I digress. Going back to this, I stopped selling the 151 cards because I was like, these prices don't make any sense. The slabs aren't moving up in price, but the singles are going up in price. And what you're finding is there's a lot of pockets of opportunity because a lot of people are just stashing money right now in hopes to buy 30th anniversary for cheap. But then a surprise is going to hit them that you're not going to be able to get 30th anniversary for cheap because everybody's going to want it. You're going to have unparalleled amounts of demand. Literally everybody will be camping outside of stores, Target, GameStop, Best Buy, whatever it may be. You're going to have all the bots buying it online, and there's going to be no way to get it at retail. And again, a conversation many of you guys are not prepared to hear. So needless to say, I felt that this card was undervalued, so I stopped selling them. If you don't have it, buy it and hold. On that same note, actually, before I go to the Mewtwo's a really good pick as well. But if you are in a better, financial position and you want to take a higher risk, I would even go as far as saying pick up the near mint copies of the alt art. This Mew here that comes out of the UPC promo, sub 100, really, really good diversification play because this is the set card, or you could buy the metal UPC. But I think even having this one as well is just going to be super obvious, especially because 30th anniversary has dedicated Mew cards. And power that up with the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, and you kind of have all the bases covered. You have Gold Mew, Gold Mewtwo, you have the SIR Mew, and again, we already know we have, I think the rarity is going to be called like Futuristic Rare. Futuristic Rare, Mewtwo and Mew, when those come out, everybody's going to go back and just start collecting more Mew cards, Mewtwo cards. It's going to cause prices to go up. buy it while you can. You know, this one right here up 30%. It is an impressive growth rate over the past 6 months. But if you extend that time horizon past year, pretty much flat, hit 80, collapse down to 50. We're back to like the $60, $70 range. Still a really good buy. You know, anything with Giovanni, I think in Pokemon's history, this is not going to be the last time we see Team Rocket. The next time they roll it out, everything from Destined Rivals is just going to rip up in value. That being said, Cynthia, another really, really good trainer, super popular. Her go-to Pokemon right here, Garchomp, another really obvious buy. And the fact that this is like half the price of the Mewtwo, I honestly think that you're better off even getting like 2 Garchomps over 1 Mewtwo. But I would say like if you have $100, buy both. Like grab 1 Mewtwo, grab one Garchomp, and have both of those hyper rares, because people who are going to want to buy Destined Rivals will naturally just buy both. And then the last thing I wanted to end this video on is look at the older Scarlet Violet Pokemon Center cards. You are able to buy a lot of near mint ones raw, still super, super cheap. Like this is a banging artwork, and I'm going to be entirely honest with you guys. I did not invest in these when they came out, and that's one of my biggest regrets, because I think Miraidon and Koraidon, both as legendary Pokemons in the Scarlet Violet block, are mad underrated. So this is something that I'm currently building positions in. The Pokemon Center stamp, I don't know what the excitement really is behind Pokemon Center. I think like smart as a smart collector, the collector version of me says just to buy the regular version, but then the investor making the most amount of money, business owner, says buy the Pokemon Center, because again, that exclusivity just drives the value. So this is a really good pick. And then obviously have to make a mention, Charmander, Scarlet Violet, Obsidian Flames, hands down one of the best illustration or promos I think of all time. You have the Bulbasaur and Squirtle, which are regular cards in Stellar Crown. This one you can only obtain from the ETB. Obsidian Flames ETBs are undervalued. Pokemon Center ETBs are undervalued. Individual illustration or promo Charmander's undervalued, and Pokemon Center one's also undervalued. Very, very bullish. Wanted to save this for the people who watch my videos until the end. Make sure you have at least one of these in your collection. As always, if you guys find value, subscribe, like the video. Let me know. I really enjoy making these types of videos where we do a market discussion, best cards to invest in, etc., etc. Lately, I've been having more fun with single cards than sealed product, but if you guys have any other ideas or other types of content you want to see, don't hesitate to drop it in the comment. I always do my best to respond to everybody. And as always, don't forget to take a look at the video description if you guys do want to shop. We got the eBay store. We have our website. This is what our website looks like. And then this is our eBay store right here. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.